Introducing the Open Palm Podcast, hosted by Jerome Shaw. Available today on your favorite podcasting platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor.fm, and many more. The Open Palm Podcast, where the host engages his listeners with inspirational messages, motivating themes, and thought-provoking ideas. Topics include: make more mistakes, how much is your value, don't get right, get going, learning to let go, excellence is a habit, and more. Binge listen today. Subscribe today. It's getting excellent ratings. That's the Open Palm Podcast, hosted by Jerome Shaw. You can also find it on YouTube. Make sure you share it with your social networks and connect on Twitter and Instagram at Jerome Shaw. That's the Open Palm Podcast with Jerome Shaw. Available today on your favorite podcasting platforms. Go listen, download, and subscribe now.
The thing about being human is we're not infallible. Sometimes we do things that aren't the best for our well-being. But who's to say? Maybe so, maybe not. Maybe it's all for our growth in the end. Everything is, right? It's all a matter of perspective. We could say we do things bad, we do things good, but like Shakespeare said, nothing is either good nor bad, but thinking makes it so. So we can see ourselves as perfect, or we can see ourselves as imperfect. Beauty really is in the eye of the beholder. The rainbow is in the eye and not in the sky. So to be a human being, just like art, when it becomes perfect, it seems like it is no longer human. For at the core of us, we seem flawed, but we're in constant change, constant movement, constant evolution. Today I had a spot of guilt, not shame, but guilt, because I really wanted to reward myself. And I did, but I went a little above board. I called today Freedom Friday. And I called it that so that I could just splurge on myself and eat what I wanted to, which was still in the form of liquids mainly, but I kind of just went crazy. And I understood that, just because the need for food is removed doesn't mean the desire for food is gone. Doesn't mean the craving is erased just because it's no longer necessary. So this is a gift, and I had to remind myself, Jerome, don't disrespect the gift that you've been given. Now, everyone has, and you know what? A certain feeling within me can't even say that everyone has limits, because we are unlimited being. We are limitless. There are no limits. There are only plateaus, and we must not stay there. We must go beyond them. Every time I'm thinking of something that limits me or that brings me down, a quote comes to mind and brings me back up. It pulls me back up. It's so wonderful to know these things that can save you in times of worry and doubt. Worry and doubt never need be. We never need have worry or doubt. So I made an agreement tonight with my body. Today, I felt very dense, of course, on all the liquids that I consumed, walking around the city and just feeling the heaviness in my body, but not the heaviness of the food, but the heaviness of the vibration. Now it's the energy. I either feel light or I feel heavy. I either feel like a feather or I feel very dense. But I never have that feeling anymore of something in my stomach distended, like protruding out of my body, that I used to on different diets, different ways of living. So I walked in nature, I slogged around the city, and just, learned my lesson that temperance is still in accord. That there's such a thing as temperance, moderation, right? These things, I can still take heed. I don't have to go overboard. But to honor the gift, don't disrespect the gift. And to remember for next week, for next Friday. So I had a talk with my body, decided to go on another 3-day dry fast for the next 3 days, and my body forgave me for the guilt that I felt. I told my body, yes, I love you, I do love you. And we had a conversation during meditation. I meditated for about an hour and just talked to my body and just said, you know what, we can do this, we got this. In fact, my body actually was the one that told me we got this. It was actually encouraging me. I said, the only way we can do this is if we work together. So we agree, we're working together in unison. Next 3 days, dry, intaking nothing but the prana, the air, the life force, the chi, and just being me. So this has been a wonderful day, a wonderful excursion to unwind, to unfurl, to not be so serious, and to let myself play with just being free. Free from desire, free from the need, free, but understanding that certain pieces of myself are still there. Not that I want to eradicate myself, but knowing that I'm changing, and if I want to stay on this path, I have to be a little bit disciplined. Instead of just being a student, I need to be a disciple. So, today was a learning day, a test for me that maybe I passed, maybe I didn't, who's to say? But I'm still here, I'm still alive, and that can be said for sure. For today, you have, but tomorrow is not guaranteed. Thank you for listening, my friend. This has been Jerome Shaw on TOP, the Open Palm Podcast here in downtown Los Angeles. The Open Palm means harmony with the world, understanding our place in the world, using our skills accordingly, greeting the world with an open palm instead of a closed fist. Pray that you got a good message out of this today, encouraging you in your path and your journey, not to feel so guilty, definitely not to feel shame, but to be kind to yourself, to be tender, to be loving, and to know that it's okay. We're all on the journey. It's a process. We can make it together. If you feel so compelled to support the podcast, I would appreciate it. As many have supported and donated, continue to donate. Much shout out, much love to our supporters. You may do so, my friend, by opening your browser to anchor.fm/jshaw. Clicking that little support button there is much appreciated, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Be well, be blessed. Have a wonderful day or night. And don't be so serious. Take care.
Hey there, my friend. So, you've heard about Anchor, but do you know why it's the easiest way to make a podcast? Well, first off, it's free. It allows you to use creation tools that let you record your podcast right from your phone or computer. It also distributes your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more platforms. You can even make money from your podcast with minimum listenership. It's everything you need in one place. Download the free Anchor app today or go to anchor.fm to get started. Can't wait to hear yours. Let's see what you have to offer the world.